controllers, they ain't owners. You notice the paint's thrown up and written up on the wall for all. Break us up into components with formidable opponents, but put together we're just way too raw. Strong from the night to the morning, to tonight's how we want it. It's at our fingertips. Close your fist, knock down the door. They can't do nothing about it, they only gon' talk about it. We all about it now. Watch us change the world.
We the people, created, powerful, and strong and equal.
What's up? Once again, Lateef the Truthspeaker. Welcome to Direct Connect. And today we are here at Occupy Oakland, and I have a very special guest with me, the one and only Esperanza Tervalon, head of Oakland Rising, very accomplished. Recently won the Robert Redford Award for community activism in the Bay Area, and so I'm going to go ahead and pose a question to a very knowledgeable person here. It also happens to be my sister, and ask her point blank. You can hear the helicopters overhead, so we're really here. Go ahead and break down some of the points here of the Occupy movement, and also some of the things that have galvanized it to this point.
Yeah, that's right. So the Occupy movement has been happening in response to Wall Street, and basically corporate greed and the greed of the banks. And regular folks believe that are finally coming to consciousness that we are the 99%. We're working class Americans. We're working harder than ever, and falling further and further behind. And so the Wall Street movement originally formed out of a response to the corporate greed and bank greed. And so it started happening there, and then little Occupies started springing up around the nation and then internationally. The Oakland Occupy movement has been here about 4.5 weeks.
I want you to recognize the power of nonviolent action.
The power of nonviolent action.
Just 2 days ago, on October 25th, we hit the national news stage when campers were evicted by Oakland police. That night, a bunch of folks came out and were arrested the first night. The following day, there was a huge march and rally that started down that way at the Oakland Library and ended up here in a humongous clash against police, including like several injuries. Cops were shooting rubber bullets. There was one U.S. Marine, a corporal named Scott, who was hit just right across this plaza by a tear gas canister. He is in critical condition, fighting for his life. He had his skull fractured. So there's incredible violence, and the folks at Occupy and other Oaklanders have rallied together and been in communication with Mayor Quannum to figure out what it's going to take for us to have peaceful protests. The Occupy movement is about peaceful protests. It's about our right to assemble, free speech. And so we are here tonight. We came out last night and had about 3,000 people out on this plaza. Had a really peaceful assembly from 4 to 10. People packed up and left basically at 10. Very little police presence. And we're here again tonight. Tonight's especially special because Mayor Quannum is supposed to come out and address this crowd. I think people in Oakland have been really calling for her to come out and explain not only what happened, but to also really be clear about what this movement is about. And I think, you know, it's been interesting to see kind of who the folks are that are out here. I think because we were born and raised here, we expect to see a certain set of folks. But Oakland is really beginning to shift. And I think that what we're seeing here are a lot of young folks, a lot of newcomers to Oakland, a lot of folks who came here to build the American dream, either out of Silicon Valley, or folks that have kind of fallen from upper class, middle class, working class, and are now living in abject poverty. And so a lot of the folks who are setting up tents here are homeless. They're folks who've been evicted. There's a good mix in age, race, ethnicity, but people are really calling on our government system, our bank system, our financial system to be economically responsible for the folks who live here. And so it's an amazing moment in time. It's changing the entire game. The process is very flat. Everybody gets a minute to come up and speak. They start off the rally by saying no one is better than anybody else. So the mayor's going to come out here tonight and stand in line just like everybody else. It's a real opportunity for us to build something new, a different kind of movement. It's exciting.
Yeah. So there you have it. Occupy Oakland. Go ahead and post up and see what happens. Hear what people have to say.
This is up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
While we were up there, waving our peace signs, dancing around, it silenced the police. They cannot do anything.
They cannot do anything.
They cannot touch you.
They cannot touch you.
And the media cannot play their dirty tricks.
And the media cannot play their dirty tricks.
Revolutions happen when police and military join the people.
For richer, for poorer, home of the revolutionaries, no tourists.